May I have your attention, please? The Earth is a sphere. That is all. Hello everybody, welcome to Blue Marble Science. You know NASA's just making up stuff and Gunna Doo is gonna prove it. Warning, severe facial and monitor damage alert is in effect. Get out the oven mitts, push the monitors back out of punching range. And let's light this dumpster fire and have some fun.
We'll get rid of that because the print's too small. If I go to this one, this is the actual website. Now I punched in here 31 miles, which is what we need, and the viewer height is 10 feet. Okay, that means the bulge height that the experiment I'm about to show you is 160 feet high, the bulge.
Distance to the target, 31 miles. Got it. Viewer height, 10 feet. Check. Bulge height, 160.21 feet. All seems correct to me.
Okay, which this is the bulge here. This one here, this. And this little blue box, I'll get my hand thing here. This little blue box represents the viewer height. Okay, and then the horizon blocks off his view, and that's obscured this section here. So what we're going to do in our little experiment is we're going to put another man on this side looking over this way.
Oh boy, an experiment. I love experiments.
Right, a viewing height of just 10 feet. Now we go to this one. This is the first drawing. There's our 10 foot. We've got a little bloke on a ladder. He's 10 foot, and his brother's on the other side at Niagara on a ladder. Right, and that's Toronto, and these are high-rise buildings. High-rise buildings are not very good, but anyway, they're high-rise buildings. So this bloke here looks up here, the horizon blocks off his view all the way up here. Okay, and now this one, the same, his brother on the other side. They both got the exact same look. So let's just see what he says here.
Is generously low, viewing Toronto 31 miles away, only results in 490 feet hidden by the curve of the Earth.
Okay, 490 feet hidden.
490.72 feet geometric hidden. Well, 490 feet, close enough.
So there's the 490 feet. See that? Make sure you can see that properly. And that's what this brother can see. He looks over the top of the horizon until he hits that high-rise building. That's 490 feet that he's not supposed to be able to see. Now, this brother, on this side on his little ladder, is 10 foot as well. So he's looking over the horizon, or the bulge. Bang, here's that building, which is 490 feet as well. So between 2 points, between this point and this point, there's 3 points, as everyone knows. There's a middle. And in this case, it's 160 feet. Now, if we go back to this one, Metabunk, right, this bulge here is 160 feet at a distance of 31 miles.
Yeah, we already went through that. The bulge is 160 feet. Can we get to the experiment, please?
So it's 31 miles, right? And the bulge is 160 feet. So there's our 160 feet from there to there, all right? Near enough, 160 feet. So that means between this point and this point, this water has a height of 160 feet, right? So I can stick a pipe in there into the horizon. The water will run out here and then can run water wheels or whatever, and then mysteriously it'll run back into the lake and then run back up. Gravity will pull it back up the hill like this.
Oh, tell me you didn't say that.
Right? So I can stick a pipe in there into the horizon. The water will run out here and then can run water wheels or whatever, and then mysteriously it'll run back into the lake and then run back up. Gravity will pull it back up the hill like this. That's actually perpetual motion. I'm about to show you proof that either the world is flat or we'll all have perpetual motion by tonight or by the end of this video. Okay, so this here is so ridiculous that I couldn't even try to draw it, because if I tried to draw it straight like it should be, when I get to here I would have had a hump here like this, and that's not a horizon, that's a fucking tsunami, right? This bulge is a tsunami. This is absolute bullshit.
Well, what you drew is bullshit. I got an idea. Why don't you show us the experiment?
All right, so that's the end of that one for a minute. We'll put him away. And I want to show you something right now. We'll put him there. Now, I want to show you this one.
Okay, this must be the experiment.
Right, that's the tangent line. So the bottom of this level we'll call the tangent line. Okay? That's the level of the surface. If I was going to build a house, I'd be standing here with my level, and I would be levelling this section here. Admittedly, this level is 31 miles long, but this is just to prove a point that this globe doesn't exist, never has existed, and we're all going to put NASA in jail by tonight, I say.
These are not experiments, Gunna Doo. These are drawings. We want to see an experiment. What have you got?
All right, so we'll start with this here. Now, a lot of people will remember this scene out of one of my videos with the two men on the beaches. Now, everybody's got it wrong with the 8 inches per mile squared. Well, sort of. But water curves, right, at 2 inches per mile squared. So we go 2 inches per mile squared. Right, the 8 inches is the drop value, this one here, right? That's just confusing. It just confuses everybody. But actual water, or all water on Earth, lakes, rivers, ocean, whatever, are supposed to conform at a rate of 2 inches per mile squared, which is a lot easier for the public to understand. They get confused with this 8 inches business, right? Delete the 8 inches. Get rid of it. It's just confusing, right? Absolutely confusing.
Okay, hold on a second, Gunna Doo. You're confused about a couple of things here. You've got drop distance, drop, this distance, confused with bulge, this distance, sagitta. The drop distance that's calculated by 8 inches per mile squared is the perpendicular distance from the surface level. That's a line tangent to the Earth at the point of the observer. Sagitta, on the other hand, is the actual bulge. 8 inches per mile squared is a very good approximation of this drop distance. You can use approximately 1/4 of the drop distance as the bulge. That works out to be reasonable as well. But if you want it accurate, here's the way it's calculated right here. Sagitta. See it? Now this doesn't have anything to do with NASA. Mick West did these calculations. This is just simple geometry. So don't confuse drop, this distance, with bulge, this distance. Got it?
Okay. Everyone thinks that we live on a sphere. This is what was shoved in our faces when we were little. And this is what the public still think. So we have to show them that they're not. So it's time, everybody, to meet the toy. Now this is our toy, and it's a working toy. You can undo that and it works. Now, it is a scale model, 100% scale model.
100% to scale, huh? It looks like you've got about 35 degrees of arc there. Then that would be close to 2,400 miles across the surface of the Earth. How is that 100% to scale when you're talking about 31 miles? I don't get it.
And it has a radius of 1 metre, or 3'3" 3/8", and a circumference of 6.28 metres and approximately 20 feet circumference globe, okay? So 6.28 metres circumference, or 20 feet, roughly 20 feet. So that's a big globe, okay? So this is what we have to show everybody. And this is actually a scale model, a working scale model. And you can say to people out on the street, you say, well, if this is full of water and I take this bung out, what's going to happen to this water? And they go, well, it's going to come out the hole. And you go, okay, what if we make that 20 times bigger? And then I take the bung off. Exactly, like scale was to scale up 20 times. Then I take the bung out. What's going to happen to this water up here? Is it going to come out this hole? No, of course it will. It's going to come out and it's going to come out this hole.
Yep, I'm speechless.
Okay, so let me fill this up. Okay, so I filled it with water, and then you say to them, you put it across 2 beaches, and then you with the little palm trees that I've made, little palm trees, and then you say to them, what happens now if we take this bung out? And they stand there with their mouth open. They don't quite know what to say.
Oh, they know what to say, all right.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Because they know full well you take that bung out of there, the water's going to come out of there. So this, making it bigger and higher, because that's actually a scale model, that's what happens between 2 beaches, or that's what they tell us. This just highlights between the tangent line, make sure you can see that properly, from the tangent line to there, just highlights the bullshit, right? Because everyone knows that if I take this bung out of here, right, which I'm going to, what's going to happen to that water? Right?
Well, there you have it, a perfectly executed flat earth experiment proving that a bucket with a hole in the bottom will leak. Oh boy. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down there. If you click the little bell, you get notifications whenever I put out a video. There's a link to the Patreon. You'll find that up in the description as well. And I really want to say a word of thanks to all my Patreons. You guys really help. Thank you very much. With that, I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey Gladys, you got any final words? Yeah, that pretty well sums up what I was thinking too. See you later.